Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we're doing a healing messages that you need to hear right now. It's Sunday. It just reminds me of like church and stuff, so it's going to be that kind of a vibe. Just like spiritual stuff. We'll read from the books probably a lot, and just whatever you guys need to hear most right now. So let's see what we have here. What message does Aries most need right now? These are beautiful message in this. It's the Journey of Love book. So what message does Aries most need right now? Thank you. We have a Woman of Light, number 49. All right, let me grab the book. And let me actually grab one of these as well. We're going to use these Wild Unknown Alchemy cards. Which message does Aries most need right now? All right. Interesting. Okay. We have Magnum Opus, the Great Work. All right. So let's look into both of these. Which one do we want to read first? Let's look at the Great Work. This is a number 61, I think. Okay. 61. Maybe not. Oh wait, it's just LXI. So I think attention, devotion, and vocation. Oh, so I feel like, okay, just sorry. Is this about you maybe like being a light worker or something like that? Woman of light, that's what I'm thinking of. The magnum opus shimmers in the distance, promising purpose, achievement, and understanding. When will we get there? When will our efforts be recognized? Amidst pressure and expectations, we come to realize each alchemist's life is an accumulation of moments in which attention is placed upon a subject within the laboratory. The artist draws a single line, the poet scribes a single word, the rose forms a single leaf. The magnum opus card reminds us that the alchemical garden grows from seeds tended to by devoted hands and the grace of sun, water, and earth. You cannot force the great work. You cannot claim it or complete it. This card arrives to whisper words of encouragement. You are in the right place, the most important place for you. I love that. This is the alchemical garden, tend to the youngest growth, be delicate, oh my God, be delicate and precise. So to ponder, it says one day at a time. And then it also says, take note if this card appears alongside the gold, sun, or conjunction card. It didn't. I feel like the card on the bottom of the deck was the smoke card. If so, a psychic shift has occurred that's big and beautiful. A celebration is a must. If one claims to be working on their magnum opus, it's likely they are not. The alchemist knows that the great work occurs without realizing it, as it's a collaboration with the divine. Okay, so I feel like what's going on here, maybe you feel like you're not doing enough, or that you're, whatever you're doing in your great work, or you're trying to find your purpose, or you're trying to discern like, yeah, what that is even, or even if you do know what it is, you don't know where to start, something like that, where you feel like maybe you're failing. And I think that's why this message of one day at a time, like, what did it say? That was like so beautiful. This card arrives to whisper words of encouragement. You are in the right place, the most important place for you. So it's almost like the message of this card is like, the more you don't know, probably the more aligned with your path that you are. Like, you're recognizing that you don't know. You're recognizing like almost like, I'm only human. Like, I don't know where to start. And it's almost like this, how do you want to say it? Like figuring out your purpose. Like, you probably have, maybe you have an inkling, but it's almost like you go through phases most likely where you feel really excited about it, really motivated. Maybe you're doing research about certain things, you're learning about certain things, you're, like this was saying, if you're a poet, you're writing every night for a week, but then it's almost like you fall off. And it's like, because we have this She is the Moon card. Oh, look, devotion to the small. I feel like that's exactly what this is about. So but there's like cycles where it's like you're really like motivated, but then it's like you need to rest. And I feel like we live in a hustle driven culture where it's like if you're not hustling every day, like you're not really trying, or you're not working towards, like you're not actually wanting it bad enough, you're not hustling hard enough. Like we have that sort of culture, like mentality culturally. And I think with this energy, if she is the moon, we're going to read this card as well, but I feel like it's almost like you could be back here, not fully like open. You see how this flower is more open and this one's like a little bit, looks a little bit more closed. And you could be looking at this flower, like comparing yourself to, that's another thing. And I think Spirit's saying like, okay, this person maybe had to bloom first, and you know, for whatever reason your time is going to come later, but I feel like it is like this whole energy of cycles, and sometimes you need to rest and you just don't have the energy. I know even for me as a tarot reader, which could be something here that you guys are interested in as well. And I mean, I know when I was trying to get into it, like I watched a million tarot videos too, so that would make sense here. But it's like, I was just going somewhere with, oh, well, like sometimes with my readings, I feel like I try to do a reading and it just won't come out. Like it just, I can't channel it. It won't flow. Like I'm forcing, and I'll try to do like 5 readings in a row and I'll just get really frustrated. And I'm like, you know what? Like I just can't right now for whatever reason. I want to, but it's just not flowing. And I'd rather just recognize that, okay, so I'm going to take some time. I'm going to meditate, or I'm going to clean my house, or, you know, worry on some other practical details right now. Which I feel like also an image or a message I'm getting is that like maybe this is your life purpose here, and maybe you're channeling everything into that and not achieving results, but are you letting other things slide, like more practical details of your life or your relationships and things like that. It could be you're like super hyper focused on your work and not getting results and you're feeling frustrated. This girl looks frustrated. All right, let's read number 49. Pure is my joy, my celebration. I know the divine to be eternal. There is no limit to my peace, to my pleasure, as I rise and rise and rise again. Capable am I of receiving the light, of accepting the next level of illumination. I am sacred flesh coming to light. I am the walking temple, the living goddess, she who shines with truth. I come to you now. I am one with you now. I am the awakened one and the awakener. This oracle brings you guidance that you are to be witness to the presence of an awakened being, either within your own self as part of your spiritual destiny or in the form of a beloved other. An awakened one is in your midst, or soon will be. Receive the blessing that emanates from such a being. For to behold one is a gracious spiritual gift that will lift you to the next step of your path. If you are having trouble discerning the true presence of an awakened teacher in your midst, or even in your own being, remember that nothing is asked from you by such awakened ones but loving devotion, so that they may serve the awakening of all living beings. It requires much karmic grace to be granted immediate access to an awakened being, even more to become such a living light. Take delight. So for me, like that could most likely mean yourself, or if you are in the presence of some sort of a teacher or something like that. But like the message I would get from these two cards being together is like, if you're going through some sort of awakening and you're starting to realize things, like your great work could just be like this whole process of awakening and figuring out what you want to do, like going through the frustrations, like threading like the darkness with light, like, you know, kind of a thing here. So that's like kind of what I'm getting. So I think Spirit's first and foremost wanting you to, like, if you are beating yourself up, feeling like you're not like far ahead enough, like you haven't worked as hard as you should, things like that, I think Spirit wants you to feel encouraged, feel soothed and at peace that it's all part of the process of your great work here, and it's going to take as long as it's going to take. And the awakening itself that's happening to you is a great work in and of itself. So it's beautiful if you can channel it into like writing or channeling or healing or something like that, or even just like being like a doctor, like a more conventional form of healing, or a more conventional career path that is very healing. Or it doesn't even have to be that. It could just be you living your life, like spreading love to whoever, like, you know, working at the post office, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. You could just like spread joy at the post office or anywhere. So I think Spirit really wants you to know that, like, to just like relax and not really try to find it so much, like let it find you. And if you do have something in mind that you like to do, try it, you know, play with it, have fun with it. But I think these are upside down. it doesn't have to be, I feel like you're almost like stressing yourself out and beating yourself up, and Spirit's like, no, like, have fun. Okay, why are these all upside down? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, now some are flipped. What? Or are they? I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. Hi. All right, this is like driving me nuts. What message, what healing message does Aries need right now? But yeah, I definitely feel like this is more career. Oh, we have soul love in reverse. But I don't know if like these are all in reverse, so I don't know if I want to like take it like that. We're gonna just put it like this. What's that song? It's just like in my head. Let your love flow. Da-na-na. It's kind of like a country song. I don't know. Like my boss sings it. We have like live music at the restaurant I work at, and it just like popped in my head. Let your love fly. I don't even know if I'm singing that right, but that song just popped in my head. All right, maybe because, no, I don't think I heard it. I don't think he sang it last week. Okay, this is a card of unconditional love, so let's just read it. You are clear, pure love. That was something talking about your purity as well. So maybe you feel like, this looks too like a person with light in them. Are you feeling like you're maybe not pure or you're not good enough? Maybe you feel like you've done like bad things, or like there's some sort of feeling, like two messages about being pure. Are you maybe feeling like maybe the healing message that you need is that there's like divinity in all of us, and that if you have maybe done some things that you're not proud of, Spirit isn't sitting here judging you, which is something you probably already know, but I think Spirit just wants to reiterate. It's like we all know this, but it's like maybe you are almost like judging yourself and you need to maybe forgive yourself or something like that. That could be a message, maybe not for everybody, but let's see what this says. You are clear, pure love, nothing from your past. Okay, will block your dreams. Interesting. Your future will be nothing like what has been before. You are at the center of your universe, looking outward through your experiences. When you look out in balance, you are seeing through love and will experience many variations of love. Make love your purpose. Find it wherever you can. If you begin to introduce anything to your world that does not feel like love, shift your awareness, your energy, or your eyes until you return to love. Become so devoted to your purpose of love that no one will sway you from it. Unconditional love is not about tolerating or diminishing yourself to make another feel good. These are conditional actions that will make you feel less than or resentful. If you are trying to believe something that is not your truth, it will feel awful because you are not in agreement with your soul, or you are not in agreement with your soul. Yeah. Your job is to feel balanced in every moment. If you can't go easy on yourself, as it is just a sign you are yet to love something about yourself. Okay, so the fact that that was like in reverse is making me think that this is what's going on here, that you're not able to think of yourself in a good way. You could be the type of person also, what this was just saying at the end, where you're almost like afraid to like let yourself grow and expand in this way because you almost like don't want other people to feel bad. It's almost like you've maybe you have such a beautiful heart for love of other people, but it's like, I feel like what's missing here is that love for yourself. It's almost like you feel like it's your duty. You're looking at your purpose like a little bit skewed. Like your perspective is a little skewed. Like you're looking at it like, it's my duty to almost like sacrifice my own happiness and love everybody else or something like that. And like, it's almost like you have this belief that you're meant to, like never really be happy, and that's like the load you have to bear, the burden you have to bear, or something like that. But I think what Spirit is saying here is no, like unconditional love starts at home, and you have to like look at yourself that way. Your job is to feel balanced in every moment. It's like you need to be easier on yourself. I feel like you're very hard on yourself. You expect a lot of yourself, and maybe like other people aren't giving back the same in return to you, but you feel like it's like your duty. I feel like you have some sort of like the way reversed or unbalanced perspective on unconditional love. Like, like the definition of unconditional love means that, like, even if people treat me badly, like, I have to allow it, and almost like I'm willing to take a backseat in this life. You could be like subconsciously sabotaging yourself from like trying, because it's almost like you're afraid of what's going to happen if you succeed. I'm going to do this. I'm getting a vibe like that. You're almost like, it's like you maybe had some sort of epiphany or something where you're like, wow, like, I really am beautiful. Like, I really am great. Like, beautiful inside and out. Like, I am like a beautiful person. Like, I am really great. Like, I'm talented. Like, I'm smart. Like, it's almost like you realize how you've been holding yourself back, like, in your lifetime or something like that. And you're just like, whoa, having this realization. And it's almost like you want to stay small, maybe. This could be very subconscious. You may not even be aware of this. I'm not sure, like, how aware or not you are, but it's a vibe that I'm getting where it's like, oh, like, it's like I'm realizing like how great I really am, and like if I really tried, if I really gave myself a chance, like how far I could rise. And it's almost like you're looking around thinking maybe your friends, your siblings, or just people that naturally compete with you, that you almost like let them have the spotlight or something. You're like worried, like, oh, but then they're gonna, it's almost like it's a vibe like that. You don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. You don't want them to feel bad about themselves. So it's like you're willing to sort of like not let yourself be as great, is like a vibe that I'm getting. Okay, so inspired reflections and actions. Okay. Strengthen your joy by softening your thoughts towards yourself and others. I feel like in this case, you could go through periods where you really sacrifice towards other people, but then like a shrinking violet I'm getting with this flower imagery, but then it's like you feel resentful, and then you feel really mean thoughts sometimes, and then you like beat yourself up for it. But this is talking a lot about balance, where it's like, if you kind of set boundaries and like allow yourself the ability to shine and grow and like become what you're supposed to be, like, and like allow yourself to be the center stage for like once in a while too, and like your needs to be paramount, like it'll be more balanced, and like those mean and resentful thoughts will just naturally fall away, because there won't be all this built up resentment, because you'll be doing what you want to do some of the time too, compromising, you know. It's not about being selfish, but it's also not about being selfless 24/7. Like, it's about finding that balance. There's room for everybody to get some sunlight, some time in the spotlight. Okay. Sit in front of a mirror, look to your eyes. If this is a confronting, what? Sit in front of a mirror, look into your eyes, or if this is confronting, close your eyes and say, I love you. Take note of how you feel. You are learning to love yourself so that you can recognize when another loves you. If you don't love yourself, you won't truly believe it when someone else does. Spend time alone forming a loving relationship with yourself. So, I mean, self-love, that could be research. Like, how do you do that? How do you cultivate that for yourself? For me, I feel like setting boundaries is a good way to do it. Realizing that your time is precious, and that if you're sacrificing for people, maybe do an assessment, like if they're going to sacrifice for you in the same way. And if not, doesn't mean that you never have to do good things for this person, but you can sort of lessen it or talk to them about it, or like open up a dialogue or something like that. So let's see what else we can get. I don't know if I want to get that. Let's get one of these. What does Aries need to hear right now? What message does Aries most need right now, Spirit? That's 2. Okay. We have number 8, Garnet. Okay. And we're going to read this from the book too. Aries Church. Just kidding. Oh, I just turn right to the page. Passion. Garnet is a rejuvenating stone believed to protect against evil and terrifying dreams and to attract love. You are a passionate soul with a courageous heart. Be confident and constant. Let go of your inner demons, taboos, inhibitions, and fantasies, recognizing self-sabotage, and expand your awareness into all that you can be. Virtue matters to you. You are capable of great devotion to a cause or a relationship and have a strong survival instinct. Okay, so I feel like This is saying that you are a very passionate, loving person. Like you have a big heart with a courageous heart. And I feel like you could be somebody that just feels it's almost like your duty to care about people, which it very well could be. But again, it's like maybe just out of balance. Maybe your passions are so overwhelming that you just pour everything into other people and then you're kind of like left in the cold. This kind of looks like a person like sitting in a dark room, like with their own reflection, almost like, you know, on Stranger Things when she talks to people telepathically and sees them, like if you haven't watched it, sorry, but it's almost like they're walking in that water, that dark place, and they're like walking in water. That's what kind of what it looks like to me. Like it's only you alone in your mind, because you give so much, you kind of have nothing left, or whatever the case is. This was talking about inner demons, taboos, inhibitions, and fantasies. Let go of your inner demons. Let go of your fantasies. Okay, so maybe it's like, I think Spirit's saying, the fantasies part is like sticking out to me as a form of self-sabotage. So maybe you spend a lot of time dreaming and not enough time doing could be a thing. Because again, it's like you don't want to like outshine other people around you. It's almost like you're telling yourself that it's like noble to like keep yourself down in order to let other people shine. But I think what Spirit is saying is this whole awakened being thing, now that I'm getting more into this reading, I'm feeling like this could be your energy to like, that's meant to like move other people. Does that make sense? And like inspire other people and awaken other people and things like that. Like this is your great work in life. Whatever outlet you find to like let it go, this is like the actual, you know what I'm saying? Like the meat of it, like the essence of it. However, that's gonna end up manifesting or, you know, outwardly in like some sort of a actual work, a poem, a YouTube channel, an Instagram account, whatever you're gonna do, like a website, whatever you're gonna do, a book, music, you know, whatever your thing is here. But like that is your purpose here. So it's like you're like denying people like a chance for their own growth by like holding yourself back. Like I feel like that's what this now that I'm getting more into this, it's like that's what this message is saying. Like you are this awakened being, and it's like almost like someone's going to be reading this card one day and it's going to be like talking about you, like being in their life. Does that make sense? So I love that, and that's beautiful. So this is the divination message, which is just like the advice. It says, take action now. A mystery is solved. Have courage. There is a way out. Turn a crisis into a learning challenge. If danger approaches, stay calm. You are protected. Be emotionally honest with yourself and others. You may attract a partner for sexual healing. Make no long-term commitment, as it may fizzle out once the purpose is fulfilled. Okay, so maybe there is like part of this soul love here. Like I don't really want to get too much into it. It's a triggering thing, like a sexual healing thing. I'm just watching The Circle. That's so weird. And I'm on season 4, and that girl Alyssa, if you ever watched it, she's like a sex therapist, and she talks about how like they help women like who have been through trauma like heal and get in touch with their sexuality and stuff like that. So I mean, maybe that's like actually happening. I feel like that's been in my readings a little bit, this whole sexual healing thing. But it doesn't even have to be like super traumatic. If you've just had partners that have cheated on you and it like made you question your own self-worth, like am I not attractive, or like people didn't want to be with me, and then you like maybe find someone that's like super into you and just like can't get enough, like that could be very healing in and of itself. It's not like you're sitting there like banging it out with crystals on the bed, like you don't have to be doing that, but like it could just be like, you know, a very natural sort of a healing thing. So but it says make no long-term commitment, as it may fizzle out once the purpose is fulfilled. So this person might be like in your life, if this is resonating, to sort of like help you remember like that your needs, it's important for your needs to be met, like to help you remember who you are, that you are attractive, that you are worthy of love, not love necessarily, but like pleasure and fun and good things in your life as well. Healing insight, finding an appropriate outlet for your passions and emotions creates well-being. So maybe you have been feeling very tense, and like this whole sexual thing we're talking about can help you like release some of that tension. Or if it's just going to be like some sort of creative outlet, painting, writing, even if it's not going to be your actual thing, you're not going to put it on the market to sell or something like that, just getting it out, and like a creative outlet and just doing stuff for fun could be like even just seasonal stuff. Like I was like watching something, it was like a reel, and it was, I'm going to get a Moonology card and read from the book, and then we're going to move into tarot. What was I saying? Oh, it was like pumpkin. It was like taking pumpkins and making little like fairy houses out of them. Like she was just stuff she found outside. Like you really don't, all you need is really a pumpkin and I guess some carving tools or whatever. But she was putting like twigs on there and leaves and flowers and dried fruit and stuff. Like, I don't know. And just making these little fairy cottages. Like they were just like, it's something cool and fun to do. Like, you know, should we get, actually, I don't know if I want to get Moonology. Maybe I'll get one of these. No, I'm getting Moonology because I said it. All right, let's see what else we can get. Oh, I thought I just sat on my cat. Oh my God. Oh, okay. That says the energy is gaining momentum. Oh, look, Aries. All right, let's see what else. Oh, we have a new start is coming. I like, this is like purple and then the black in the middle. It's kind of like reminding me. And then conclusions are within reach. So it's almost like if you're worried about something, I feel like there's an answer coming, like something good is coming. You might be in like a more of like a testing phase right now, but there's like good things coming on the horizon. New moon, I think, is one of the first ones, if not the first one. Yeah. The first card, just like the first sign of the zodiac, Aries. There is a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. Wow. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed and you are on target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way, be that on a new or better course or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles. Oh, that's exactly what I was getting, yeah. And you're moving into a new cycle now. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. If the situation you asked about has become toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on its way. Attuned to the moon. I'll see it when I believe it. So you have to believe it first. Okay, additional meanings for this card. A new start is on its way. You will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well, and forget about the past. So I feel like what Spirit is inviting you to do is sort of like, it's something that you do in like AA where you like write down all the terrible things that you've like ever done. Because remember I was getting that at the beginning, that you feel almost like not worthy of like being considered an awakened being or being like this amazing person. It's like you're almost self-sabotaging because you feel like you're not a good person or something. And just like maybe write down all the things that you feel guilty about, anything you can think of, from the worst, most terrible things to like the stupid things like, oh, I talked bad about this girl at work the other day. Like, you know, when you feel a little squirm, uncomfortable, like, you know that that's not you. I feel like that was in one of these cards when you're like, it's not your soul truth and it makes you feel uncomfortable. Like sometimes that happens. Like you're at work, everyone's talking bad about somebody and maybe you don't really like the person either, but you don't really like to talk bad about people either. But you kind of just are like, yeah, you know, you don't stick up, but you don't really say anything, or you kind of join in a little bit, you laugh, and then you feel guilty about it when you go home later, like that kind of a thing. Like write it all down and get it all out, you know. In AA you do it and then you read it to somebody else, and it's like, it's very like honestly like a stranger. I remember I got a sponsor that I had never met. I cold called somebody in AA and I was like, hi, will you be my sponsor? Like I didn't even know this girl. I told her like the deepest, darkest shit of my entire life, and like she was just, everything I said, I'm like, she's gonna be horrified by this. She was like, oh, okay, yeah, I've done that too, or oh yeah, like da 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 da, like just completely understanding and cool. And I was just like, wow, it released so much, like so many demons for me that day. Like it's something like that where you just write it down. I mean, it's like, who can you really, it's kind of a specific thing to AA, like to have a sponsor and stuff. But I mean, if you could just get it down on paper and at least like rationalize it to yourself, pretend someone else is saying it to you, and like what you would say to your own best friend. Like, okay, well, you know what? You were young and you learned from it. Like you don't do it anymore. Like at least you did learn from the experience and you didn't just continue acting in that way. But you know, yeah, that wasn't like the best way to act or something. You know what I mean? Neutralize it as much as you can. The teaching. The new moon marks the start of the waxing cycle and the midpoint of the dark moon. It's a dark and veiled time when the moon is invisible, and a time of rebirth. It's a time that witches do their work, making wishes and laying down intentions for the new cycle. An intensely magical time when it's easier to pierce the veil to other worlds. So I think what Spirit is also saying here is that it may seem like nothing is happening, almost like, again, is like a period of stagnation, but it's like, be very clear about what you want and what you want to work towards. And I think Spirit will help you manifest the next step of your journey. And also another message I'm getting is don't have concrete expectations. Like, leave your expectations open of like whatever the universe wants to bring towards me. Like, this is saying that there's something good, something new on the horizon. So just try to be excited about it and hope for like an outcome for the highest good of everyone involved, and just like let things happen naturally and don't overthink it. All right, so what's coming up next for Aries? We have the Queen of Wands. Okay, beautiful. And the Three of Wands. What else? The Six of Wands. A lot of fire energy. And remember, we had that the energy is gaining momentum coming through. So I feel like, oh my God, the Knight of Wands. What is all this Wands energy? So crazy. Again, that like, I feel like there might be like that whole sexual thing we were talking about. And the Ace of Swords. Okay. The High Priestess on the bottom of the deck here. I am going to get these and just see what's next for Aries. We have Pisces energy. I feel like sometimes the Queen of Wands can be associated with Pisces energy. What's next for Aries? Simplify your life. Oh, these all just fell out. We saw let loose, meditation, and breakthrough. I'm going to put these like here because I felt like they wanted to come out and they kind of like resonate. I feel like let loose is like free your mind, like let loose, stop, don't take everything so seriously, simplify your life. Like these three wands are reminding me of these three these three flowers. Like, make sure everything, you're not just clinging to one aspect of your life. Make sure you have that balance where you're like, okay, like I'm working on what I want to work on here. I'm also working on my relationships. I'm making meditation a priority. I'm making my chores and my bills a priority and my hygiene, but I'm also like having time to play and have fun and relax. I mean, it's difficult to have that balance all the time, but try as best you can. Simplify your life into like three different categories: fun, creativity, and like daily tasks or something like that. And like, make sure you do a little bit for each every day. Even if it's just researching, something, a scene, a setting for a new book that you want to write. And then it's also like cleaning your bathroom, scrubbing the toilet and the tub. Okay. And then it's also like catching up with your best friend on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, have a little bit of balance in your life. Let's see what else we have for Aries. We have Taurus energy. Interesting. Okay. Pisces versus Taurus energy. Earth versus water. Again, it's like that more dreamy energy, but it's also like a very grounded energy with Taurus. Let's see. Allow your emotions to flow, I would say, with Pisces. Ooh, we have true love. So I feel like with the Knight of Wands and the true love card, I'm getting more so like, again, that sexual healing vibe. I feel like somebody could be on his way over to, ooh, what's this? I'm yours. Oh my God, like cute. I feel like this person could be like very, again, like it's like there's going to be a lot of passion here. We have the Passion Stone and we have the Queen and the Knight of Wands. They could be younger than you. And they could really want to show you that you're truly worth loving here, that people can be devoted to you, that people can be feel very passionately towards you. Wow, that's kind of cray. And then we have with the Ace of Swords, reunion. Okay. So this could be somebody that maybe you have a past with here, coming through, and that's what the breakthrough is going to be. You're going to have some sort of conversation and communication here. Oh my God, Kiki. Maybe they're going to say, I'm sad and I miss you, because that's my little Kiki's sad meow. Hi. Look at how cute. You want to say hi? Hi, Kiki. Say hi. She doesn't like to be picked up. Mwah. Mwah. A black cat's good luck, though. Bye, Kiki. But yeah, maybe someone's going to come back into the picture and be like, I miss you. Or something like that. Like, I'm yours. This is a true love. They're going to come back guns blazing or something like that. But it almost looks like a collision here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're on a horse, they're charging in. I feel like you're not going to be expecting it. You're going to be almost like not focused on love right now. He's like looking to the left, and I feel like this is someone coming in for you. So I almost feel like you're going to be grounded, working on the details of your life, trying to feel good. Maybe like with Taurus, like making your home a nice place, like a comfortable space or something like that, like the blanket I'm seeing on the horse. Like it's like you're going to be focused on your own life, and this is going to maybe come in and surprise you. And again, remember how this card was talking about the passion, and how don't make commitments or something. Like, it's not really lining up with this true love energy, because it was saying like it might just be for the moment. So maybe like someone's going to come in and just sort of help you to emotionally heal, sexually heal, restore your confidence a little bit, and you're going to like feel that in all areas of your life and your career and things like that too. Your purpose here. And then maybe someone's going to come back into the picture, like some true love from the past or something like that. I mean, we have true love and reunion, some sort of a breakthrough coming through. So I feel like Spirit's like, follow your feelings, follow your passion, and just go for what you want to go for at this point in your life. Like, if something feels right to you, like, trust your inner knowing here, okay? Like, because I think Spirit is guiding you at this point. All right, this reading's going on way too long. Let's get some final advice. And oh, there's more there. And we're gonna wrap it up. So what's the final advice? What final healing messages do we have for Aries? I like this reading though. What final healing messages for Aries? It's too many. Is there one that's flipped? No. What's your final healing messages for Aries? We have Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within, and destiny. Like, again, Spirit's saying, like, don't doubt yourself. There is this beautiful intelligence that it like resides in all of us, but I think that you have like greater access to. Maybe you've gone through more lifetimes than like some other people, and you're just like more open to this, or from past life experience, you just like know how to communicate with yourself that way. Even this who or what is triggering you with the mirror. But I also feel like this is you able to like, just the same thing, like this reflection with the garnet here. I feel like you're able to like look into yourself and understand yourself in a way that a lot of people can't, and that's one of your gifts here. Like, you're able to understand when you're triggered. You're able to understand when someone else is triggered, like where it's coming from. Healing the mother line, healing ancestral work, mother line growing up. Maybe this is like someone who's something that's been triggering you, or like issues with your mom or mother issues or something like that, whether that's because there's a mother that passed away, or there's issues of abandonment or something with the mother. It's like, I think you've done a lot of work, or you're in the process of doing that work here. That could be a lot of what this was talking about, almost wanting to keep yourself down. Maybe you have a mother that's very competitive with you or something like that. And then we have Temple of the Rose, ancient power, expression, activation, and scarlet codes. I feel like you are being activated here. I feel like there is this ancient power within you that is like cultivated through past lifetimes, and that's why in this lifetime you're meant to shine so bright and allow yourself to do that, because I think Spirit's saying this is like your destiny, like, which I usually don't like to use the word destiny, but I feel like it is warranted here. And then we have Dance with Life, do something to change your energy. So play, I saw that on the bottom of the deck. Play, don't take everything so seriously, have fun. The Great Mother, surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. Don't take it all so seriously, don't overthink it, just have fun with it, and keep doing you. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, guys, bye.